What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle. Make sure you go check out my new music video I just dropped. Camp with me on my music channel, King Hustle X1M. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, run them views, them comments, and them likes up. All right. About to be dropping a lot of new music videos, new mixtapes, new albums, a lot of new stuff. So make sure y'all go subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So when I do, y'all can be tapped in, run the views up, the likes, the comments up, and we can crack that algorithm. All right. And with that being said, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and yes, this is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. Hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and that Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. So please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, y'all get them notifications. It's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win. All right. And in today's video, I'm gonna drop a bombshell on y'all. I'm gonna drop some real life gems, some real life sauce, some real life information that's gonna turn you into a boss. Now, it's a lot of people out there looking to get into the credit world. It's a lot of people out there looking to repair their credit worthiness, their credit profiles. A lot of people that want to do those things, but they don't know how. They don't know what to do. They don't know what it all takes to really have a properly structured credit profile. So with that being said, we're gonna in this video, I'm gonna give you guys some trade line sites. I'm gonna give you guys information about collections and inquiries. I'm gonna give you some information about a lot of different things that goes into repairing credit that a lot of people don't know, because knowledge is power. And once you got the knowledge to understand how credit is properly restored and repaired, you'll stop wasting your money and you'll start repairing it the right way. All right. So without further ado, let's get into these gems that's gonna help you win. All right. So when it comes to credit profiles, people got to understand that you do not start off with good credit. You start off with bad credit. So when you turn 18, you establish a credit profile and you start getting things your name. And everybody life situation is different. Everybody does different things. Some people go to school. Some people get cars, credit cards, etc., etc. So some people got student loans on their credit report. Some people got auto loans on their credit report, credit cards, right? And these things are primary trade lines. Primary trade lines affect your credit report more than any other trade line because they are primarily in your name. And they, if you don't make a payment, it's going to impact your credit profile negatively. So those are why those matter. So a lot of people, we wasn't taught how to manage our money. We wasn't taught about businesses. We wasn't taught about credit. We wasn't taught about investing. We wasn't taught about anything in life. They just teach us about ancient history and algebra and calculus, things that we are not going to use once we get into the real world. But it's okay to know about these things because you never know what could happen when you do learn that information. Somebody might learn algebra, geometry, or calculus, or whatever, and now they're out designing things that can help the world. Like those things play into those type of fields. So I understand it, I get it, but at some point in time, once we get into our high school days and our older days in school, when we're about to go out to the real world, they need to start incorporating money management classes, business classes, investment classes, things like this, so we can really have an idea of what we want to do in this world. Because either you're going to be an owner or a worker. Either you're going to work for somebody else that's helping them run a program, or you're going to run your own program and hire people to help you run yours. So you just got to pick and choose which one you're going to be. Now, some people are content with being workers, and there's nothing wrong with being a worker. Some people don't want to have the hassle of running, having employees and doing things. And some people just want to work a job, go home and live their life and do what they want to do, take care of their kids or whatever. Some people want to do it a little bit extra or a little bit more to break generational curses and things like that. So it's just all about what the person wants. But at the end of the day, everybody credit profile is so knowing how to properly structure it, get it together is important. So when it comes to the debt, you got to understand that you don't want to have zero debt. A lot of people are under the impression that having zero debt is the American dream. Being debt free is the way to be. And that is not true. You need debt on your credit profile to show that you can manage money. That's it. That's what builds your credit profile and your credit score, managing debt. So it's good debt and it's bad debt. The good debt is when you apply for those student loans and or those auto loans and credit cards and you get them and you're paying on them. That's good debt because you're paying that balance down. But once you stop making payments, then it turns into bad debt and it goes into collections. But those are still primary trade lines. So a lot of people don't understand that when you dispute those accounts, you're disputing everything that comes with the account. Your age, your payment history, and the debt. Now, a lot of people have different accounts on their credit profile. They might got an auto loan, they might got a credit card, they might got a mortgage loan, they might got a auto, like different things, student loans. And determining how long you've had it will determine how long you've been managing. They go off that longevity, that debt. So you had this auto loan for 13 years, that primary trade line is aging your credit profile 13 years. And if you were to dispute it and it was to delete that, all that information is going with it, the age, the payment history, and the debt. So your credit history, your credit profile will no longer be 13 years of age debt. It will be to the next the next account. It might be 5 years, it might be 7 years, it might be 2 years. You never know. So that's why people got to understand. Stop trying to dispute all of your debt off your credit profiles. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is, if you are somebody that has debt and you're trying to start rebuilding your credit profile, what you want to do is the smaller accounts, start paying those off because you're going to keep the age, you're going to keep the payments, and you're going to keep the debt. It might show an X amount of time of bad payment history, but then it's going to show that you start making payments and eventually pay it off, which is going to still build your credit profile because it's a primary trade line. Some accounts you can dispute, cool, but don't dispute all the accounts. Just pay it off because it's going to open that account and show that you're making payments on that account as of that time and that day, which is going to show that you're paying off debt. Now it's went from bad debt back to good debt. People got to understand that. Then what you can do is you can start adding trade lines. Now, trade lines help improve your payment history, your age, and your debt, which builds your credit profile. But you need certain primary trade lines because certain is different categories. So you need credit cards, you need installment loans, you need all these primary trade lines. So first of all, you need credit cards. And this is a little trick that a lot of people don't understand. When it comes to credit cards, on the personal side, if you get a credit card and you don't use it, it's going to report each month as good payment history, which is going to build your credit profile, your credit score, and your payment history. So if you get a credit card, you don't use it that month, it's going to improve your credit score. So what you want to do is start getting secure credit cards, secure credit cards where you're utilizing your own money as collateral. So you might want to, if you got $500, get a $500 secured credit card. You got $250, get a $250 secured credit card, because that's going to help you build your credit profile and your credit score. And if you have two, it's going to do even more justice towards your credit profile. So get two secured credit cards, $250 each. It don't matter, but because after a while they're gonna start sending you offers like you can get this $500 unsecured credit card, you can get $1,000 secured credit card. Like, they're gonna start giving you those offers and options. So that's when you know you're building your credit limit and improving your credit limit, right? So your credit profile is calculated off the age, the payment history, and the debt. So people want to find big trade lines, like higher amount trade lines, because those impact your credit score more. So today we're going to talk about a couple places that offer. First of all, let me explain. I'm going to explain collections and increases. A lot of people have a lot of questions with them. So anytime you apply for some form of credit or loan, someone is checking your credit report. And if you have have a low credit score, it's game over. You won't get approved. The good news is, yes, you can increase your credit score. Plus, it's not hard and it won't cost you a fortune. How do I know? Because I've been helping people fix their credit for years. I help people achieve their financial goals that allow them to live the life they've always wanted and to live the life they deserve. So listen carefully, because I'm going to tell you exactly what I do to raise your credit score in the quickest and the most efficient and affordable way as possible. So removing negative items is the fastest way to raise your credit. So the two most common negative items on your credit report that hurts your credit scores are collections and inquiries. First, let's talk about inquiries. These are what show up on your credit report every time you apply for credit. Inquiries will remain on your credit report for up to 2 years and can lower your credit score by 3 to 7 points per inquiry. Plus, if you have too many inquiries on your credit report within 6 months, like more than 5 to 6, this alone could get you denied for loans, credit cards, mortgages, and etc. So now into collections. These show up on your credit report once you fail to make payments on an account for more than 6 months, like I was just telling you about. So once you stop paying and creditors notify the credit bureaus and sells your debt to the debt collector, not only do you the collections drastically lower your credit score, but even a single collection could stop you from getting approved for credit. So how much are negative items hurting our credit score? So every inquiry on our credit report can lower our scores by 3 to 7 points, which can add up fast. All right. So if you have 5 to 10 inquiries on your credit report right now, you could be losing out on 35 to 70 points from your credit score. So we need to start focusing on those. Collections are even worse. A single collection could lower your score by 50 to 100 points. And if you multiply collections, then you could be losing out on hundreds of points from your credit score. So those collections that I was talking about. So is it possible to remove negative items? Yes. A little known fact that is that many companies perform a credit inquiry on your report without having proper consent. If this is the case, then they are violating the federal law called the Fair Credit Report Act, the FCRA. Debt collectors are also bound by FCRA as well as FDCPA, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. They must be able to provide proof that you owe the debt. They must be legally allowed to collect the debt. They must be licensed to collect in your state, and the list goes on. But who makes sure they are following the law? You do. So, as a consumer, you have the legal right to dispute the accuracy of the collection and inquiry or account on your credit report. Upon doing so, the debt collector or a company who performed the inquiry must provide documented proof that they have followed all um, laws and regulations. If they fail to provide that proof, then the credit bureaus are required to remove the negative items from your credit report, thus raising your credit score. You're probably wondering if this is difficult and time-consuming process. It is. If you try to do this by yourself, but that's where a lot of people come into play that help credit consultants and credit repair companies come in. So anyone can anyone can open a dispute online with a credit bureau, and almost never works. The online system is designed to work against you, the consumer. It's not so surprising because credit bureaus are in business with putting information on a credit report, not taking things off your credit report. So that's why when a lot of times when people dispute things on their credit report online, it doesn't work. That's why a lot of people send in dispute letters. If you see any questionable information on your credit report, such as potential inaccuracy or errors, collections, or inquiries, the trick is to send in a physical letter demanding proof and challenging the legal of the collections and the inquiries question. If they fail to provide proof within 30 days, the credit bureaus must remove these negative items from your credit report. So that's why a lot of people mail in the letters, because that's how it works. It works better that way. So those two things right there are what basically is affecting a lot of people's credit profiles. And a lot of people don't understand that the collections that you have are more than likely accurate, but sometimes you can get away with something not being accurate. So that's why I say start paying on them, because once you start paying on them, it'll start giving you back that payment history. So now you want to start repairing and building your credit score and profile. So Hold on, let me make sure it's on the right one. Let me make sure. All right, so Magnum Credit, right? They offer trade lines, and hold on, let me get back to it. They offer trade lines, so build $2,000 to $30,000 of credit history starting at just $30 a month, right? So Magnum Credit plus maximum impact 86 points plus. So look, starting credit score 550, Magnum Credit 77 points, Magnum with 10,000 86 points. So it just basically breaks down how many points you could possibly get towards your credit report with these trade lines. All right, so Magnum plans and pricing. They have monthly payment of $30 for $2,000 to report, $60 for $5,000, and $125 for $10,000. And then for the XL accounts, they have $175 for $15,000, and for $350 you can get a $30,000 trade line to report to your credit report. So all Magnum accounts have a $25 non-refundable administrative fee, plus complete plan details, including interest rates, plus click all that right there. So Magnum accounts have no prepayment or early withdrawal penalties. So you can pay any amount over time, the minimum required monthly payment, or cancel at any time for any reason with no penalty. All right. So all Magnum accounts maximize your credit profile by adding a large credit account to your credit profile. Not everyone needs Magnum size accounts, but they may be right for you if you want to unlock higher credit limit credit cards, access higher value personal loans, maximize your potential credit score increase. So Magnum XL accounts are our largest and longest credit builder accounts. So Magnum XL accounts are for individuals wanting to maximize the amount of credit on their profile. Magnum XL may be right for you if you have or had a credit card or personal loan in the past with a good payment history and want higher credit limits, larger loan amounts, and lower interest rates, are new to the U.S. and want to establish a U.S. credit profile with large amount of credit, want to build a sizable personal credit history for business purposes or for sole proprietors. So you ready to start getting major funding for your new small startup businesses utilizing your personal credit as a personal guarantor, then the XL accounts will be for you. All right, so make sure you guys are checking out Magnum Credit. They got a trade lines up to $30,000 that will report to your credit report as a primary trade line that will improve your payment history, your age, and your debt, and it will report to all three of the major credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. All right, so make sure you guys are checking out Magnum Credit. Make sure you guys are properly examining your credit profiles, knowing what accounts you can start paying on, what accounts you need to dispute, all inquiries that are on your credit report that you did not get the loan for. You can call and get those off of your credit report and start really improving your credit scores and your credit profiles that will help you start building your credit score and helping you get larger credit limits and can potentially help you leverage it towards your business to start getting major business funding. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 unlimited gems are $1,000. But for limited time only, I am doing them for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the crypto tour, in-person limited gems. $3,500 deposit. The rest of the money will meet in person. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the month-long mentorship. 2,500, 500, 2,500, 30 days, anything you need help with, let's get to work. Let's elevate, build, and grow. And I am now doing a webinar. Yes, a webinar. 3 webinars per week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. These webinars are basically life coaching, business coaching, credit coaching. A lot of people got a lot of different questions. A lot of people need help, and now a lot of people need the information, the resources, and the knowledge to really invest, be more blessed, and just really improve their life, elevate in life, and just become real successful people. So I am doing webinars Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 10 seats available at $250. Times will be determined, but seats are filling up very fast. So if you want to book your seat on the webinar, it is $250, Cash App or Bitcoin payment. You pick which one you want, which day you want to tune in. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we just gonna tap in, drop gems for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Just anything y'all want to talk about, any questions y'all got, and we gonna really elevate and grow and build together. All right, so make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the webinars. Also, make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company creators. We could do a lot of skits, blogs, movies, music videos, traveling, networking, and having fun. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell on my YouTube channels and my Twitch. Make sure y'all follow me on my new IG, King Hussle X1M.2. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all go subscribe and hit the all notification bell and check out my music channel, King Hussle X1M. My latest mixtape that I just dropped, Hustle and Flow. Real motivational, real mature music, great production. First song to last song, top to bottom. I think it's like 13 songs on there. Every song gonna put you in a mind frame to become a boss, a real entrepreneur, a real king, a real queen, and just elevating life and just really move the right way. I really just mature your brain and the way of thinking. So go check out Hustle and Flow right now. Also, make sure you go check out my new music video that I just dropped. Can't Fuck With Me. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, run the views and comments and the likes up. All right. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hussle. Y'all know how to get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson, video, or live. Peace.